ANZAC Day is the one day each year where veterans receive the recognition they deserve, but due to the coronavirus pandemic, services this year have been cancelled. Singer-songwriter Kevin Sullivan, through his imagery and sound, is helping all Australians commemorate at home through the eyes of a digger. And I had the absolute pleasure to interview Kevin and former veteran Glenn Sullivan earlier this week. Kevin Sullivan and Glenn Sullivan, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Weekend Edition. Before we talk about your song, Kevin, can you tell us a bit about yourselves?
Yeah, sure, Janie. Great to be on board this morning. Look, I was a policeman for about 27 years, and I was a forensic crime scene policeman, so doing major crime. I was also a bomb technician, so I worked on some jobs like the Sydney Olympics, tasking the bomb technicians, and did lots of major crime and major incidents. But I was always a singer-songwriter, and music is a great medium. So when I left the police, I finished up as an inspector at Redfern. I thought I'll do music full time, so that's what I've done. And this song is inspired from a journey that's taken probably 5 years. My brother Chris and I won a ballot to attend the 100-year anniversary in Gallipoli in 2015, and a very emotional experience. And then we decided we would do our own personal pilgrimage, so following in our footsteps of our grandfather who fought during World War I. So we went to the Western Front of France, finishing in Polygon Wood in Belgium. And in the current light, I suppose there's a strong parallel between the current situation with the virus and how the wars, World War I and World War II, affected the world. Is this united effect? Every person, every nation, every community is affected. So at the end of my pilgrimage back in 2015, we were at the memorial, and it was midnight. And a fellow who was with us, a tour guide, he asked us, he said, "Oh, Kevin, get your guitar and sing a song to the diggers lying there." So I sang "Nearer My God to Thee," and then he said to me, "Kevin, they're listening, sing Waltzing Matilda," and the mist was rising up, and just a very emotional time. So I came home and wrote Pilgrimage, and it's a bit of a testament to the veterans, their families, and current and serving members, and hopefully it'll serve as a bit of a virtual pilgrimage this Anzac Day.
And hi, Janie. I'm a former Army officer and veteran of East Timor and Afghanistan, and a former police sergeant, in fact. And Kevin and I worked together on a coronial investigation into the crash of a Navy Sea King helicopter about 15 years ago yesterday. So there's a bit of a connection there as well. But for a number of years, I and Kevin and others have been working in the veterans welfare space, trying to get the balance right between commemoration and of the fallen and welfare for the living. So this project ticks both of those boxes, really.
It certainly does. And Glenn, in your experience, can you describe to us what we're up against with this challenge from COVID-19, and perhaps some advice from your past?
Yeah, it's a really good, as Kev said, there's a real nexus there between the corona issues confronting us now and both military service and post-service mental health issues. Many veterans, including many mates of mine or of ours, won't get off their couch. They've been self-isolating due to their PTSD for years, so they won't get off their couch. They won't go and do things outside the house. And right now, people are in the same boat where we're all self-isolating, and we can't get off our couch, or we can't get outside and do the things we used to do. So my message, I think, is to veterans specifically, but to the broader population, is reach out by telephone, by Skype, by these virtual means, and just speak to each other and check up on each other and just make sure we're all doing okay.
Yeah, thank goodness for technology, because, as you said, it's just really important to connect, and we can't actually physically touch each other unless you're in the home. But, yeah, some great advice. And, the song, it's really a reminder, isn't it, of the sacrifices made during the military conflicts in history, and of also the importance of uniting our planet. So Pilgrimage, it's available now via streaming and download services. Can you tell us how we can find out more information?
Yeah, sure, Janie. So people can go to my website, which is kevinsullivanmusic.com, or my Facebook site, Kevin Sullivan Music, and look, pilgrimage is on all the digital platforms.
Thank you, Kevin and Glenn. And just before we play a bit of Kevin's song, a note that all proceeds go to ANZAC Appeal, and you can donate at anzacappeal.com.au. Thank you so much for your company on Weekend Edition. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.
He stands to attention. The bugle sounds the ode. His medals won so proudly, not a whisper in the crowd. He watches as the slow march of the catapult parade. Young servicemen and women, you're the wreaths already laid. 4:30 in the morning, so many years before, the crowded boats and disarray, Gallipoli and war. That's why we should travel on a pilgrimage, please go. Let your fingers feel the sand on the beach at ANZAC. Go. Walk the code of Vietnam or the Western Front of France, and when you see the men and women of the military shake their hands.